Hello and welcome to Force and Print. I'm your host James, and today I just wanted to talk about this model here, or how I print models normally. So normally, when I print, I just set it to easy mode. This, depending on which one, whether I want it precise, fast, or normal. That's how I normally leave it, and then I would just click Global Support and run with it. Now, because of what I'm doing, I'm working with a material that's hotter than normal, or that requires to be hotter than normal. I will not be doing that. Instead, I'll be going in and I will be messing with the actual materials itself. So first things first, I need to make sure I have support structures. For now, this is fine. This just determines what kind of supports I have, how good they are, and all that kind of stuff. What the supports do is, when you're 3D printing, you are literally melting plastic, or you are literally curing resin. Because of that, if you don't have proper supports, it will not work the way, or it will not stay where it needs to be. So certain support structures build from the bottom up to the actual materials to continue on. Now, that right there isn't why I need it to be in here. Why I need to be in here is this, right here. Printing temperature. Normal is 200 degrees, but with the material we got, the recommended is 230. So I'm going to set it to 230, and I'm going to see what happens. And there we go. Hit slice. Now it does take a hot second for it to go through. I'm just going to show all of it. So the reason being is because, Jesus Christ, the head bang. Anyway. So the reason being is just because of how many layers these things normally take. Now, this is in precision mode, so it will take a lot longer, but it should be higher detail as well. So there is that to keep in mind. 70%. So normally when you go through it, it normally does two things. One is it normally goes through a slicing phase, and then I think the other one is processing it to G-code. G-code is proprietary of how all this, or how the printer knows how it works. So you'll be hearing G-code a lot. It's how the printer knows what to do, basically. It's the best way to put it. Yep, now it's loading. Man, I don't know why I've been tired for the past few days, but that's irrelevant. Right now, what matters? Now, in the preview stage, for those of you that don't know printing all that well, you may be confused as to why it looks like this, why it looks like an Eldritch Abomination. Well, I mentioned earlier supports. Hey, this thing puts supports everywhere. For now, that is okay. On later builds, I will work on fine-tuning it and all that stuff, but for now, I just want something that actually works. So, because of that, here's how this is. On the right side, you can see this takes 156 kilograms, and it'll take roughly 12 hours. It's got all the stuff. You can see the slant. Supports, you can see if I remove the supports, you can see it. I mean, it looks like the way you would expect it to. Okay, so let's go ahead and take away the unknown. So, you can see the inner wall here. Let's see, what does the actual structure look like? So, this right here, this mode, is the internal structures as well. So, the inside is not actually completely solid. Now, I could do that, but it really wouldn't be worth it. Because, I mean, you don't need a solid piece of plastic. You need one that fits your needs. So if a completely solid piece of plastic does fit your needs, then yeah, well, that's a good one. But oh, I see. Interesting. There you go. But yeah, basically, here's that. It has an outer wall, inner wall, and it's got all that. Now the adhesion here, it's got this little brim. From my understanding, that's to, well, I mean, I know it's there to help keep it there, or keep it, like, on the build plate, but if I recall correctly, I think the brim, or the skirt itself is, like, some sort of anti-goop measure. Prevent it from being too full in one area, but I could be wrong. I know one's like the full-on skirt work by being the actual solid base of it. But anyway, that's besides the point. We're here to see how this goes. So because of that, now I can export it and save it, which I will go ahead and do, I guess. Don't mind the bizarre name. Let's go ahead and do slice stuff. Where was it? Anchor make testing zone. Yeah, anchor make testing zone. We're going to leave it in here. Now that I exported it, if I load it back up, I can pull it right back out. Now, with that, I will go ahead and hit... What? What? Why is my printer disconnected? Okay, well, I'm going to have to go figure out what happened there. But basically, this right here would just be a printer. I would tell it print, it would warm up, do all this normal stuff, and then print out. But, yeah. Anyway, with all that, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Stop.